Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. Well, the Doug Rising Show. I'm Doug Rice. What up? What up? How we doing? Doug Rice, shut the fuck up. I don't give you time. You done had enough of it. If you in church, get up. Yeah, you see, I timed it just right. I bet they passing the plate right now. I bet they are. And your phone goes off my big mouth in the middle of the congregation. Tell the pastor I said get a job. How y'all doing? Doug Rice. That's me. That's the Doug Rice Show. Welcome. It's the 29th of May, 2022. How are you? Well, another day as a Negro in America. Yeah, baby. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? You're watching them? You're watching? You're watching. You better watch. There's a lot to see. You know. But recently, as you know, I do a daily confab where I speak to Negroes. I talk to the tribe of Judah. The progeny of slaves. Folks here against their will. You know, folks here that are placed here, put here, and told to be here until deliverance is here. But what I have discovered, ladies and germs, Hebrews, what I know, what I'm experiencing, what I have come to find out, my friends, my family, is today's topic. And do you know what it is? Well, let me tell you what it is. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. You hear me now? You understand? You understand what I'm talking about? Listen up! Look here. Look here. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Let me tell you. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, baby. You hear me? When I come to find that out here recently, oh, dear God, Hebrews, Negroes, when are you going to learn to please deal with each other just directly and straight without the bullshit, the con, the bullshit, the nonsense? And then I realized that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And folks, I'm talking about those that are Hebrew. You know, I mean, you can act in any number of ways in this penal colony for Negroes. You can be any number of black persons here. They've got a card. You rearrange, you can pick one. You're successful, ghetto, hood, you know, nerdy. I mean, they give you the gambit is just, it's a full field of choices. Right? But what I notice about those choices, they all have one common thread, and that is you gotta push the narrative. You gotta be with the bullshit. You know what I mean? You gotta be in a glide path of nonsensical idiocy, of caricature, on one level or another, to be an acceptable black person in this country. It's only until you understand and become a Negro that the tide changes, that what you experience adjusts. It's the moment that you turn your back on this idiocy, that you recognize the tomfoolery of it all and understand with certainty that it must go. You work within the system to simply survive the system until the system is replaced by the kingdom. Fast approaching. But you glide through this terrain fully aware that all skinfolk ain't kinfolk. You got to be on your guard. You got to watch what and who you let in your house. This is a recent discovery. And I've found that being over-friendly to people usually breeds disrespect. You show yourself to be open to those you might expect to be cordial, honest, upright. You look in the faces of individuals that look like you, that have a common history, a commonality, and you simply assume they may be on the same trajectory, or at least open to adjusting. And I can tell you, folks, you take a risk in doing so. I can attest to it, and please understand that, again, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Sometimes you gotta learn to feed a motherfucker with a long-handled spoon. You know. That's it. Oh, that's about what I had. I don't know. I had a little bit more. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Herschel. They have a commercial coming out. The commercial's about Herschel. Now, it's an internet-based, web-based commercial about Herschel that just defies Negro imagination. Let me tell you. They go up and down the gambit of accusations, and it's ugly. And they say this is just the beginning of making a fool out of Negroes. That bothers me. To expect that Negro maleness, acceptable to that of the GOP, is somehow embossed by Herschel Walker. I don't know if you've seen this young man. A fabulous athlete, absolutely, to be sure. I mean, good Lord, the physical specimen, the man is non-aging, apparently in some degree of, receipt of his faculties, but certainly not the best representation of us for them to develop. How fucking dare they? And this is the man they want to replace Warnock, who is also confused. I mean, you got to think, folks, both of these individuals, Warnock and Herschel Walker, the epitome of blackness on either side of the spectrum. One side finds one type of blackness acceptable. The other side fosters this caricature of blackness not seen since the fucking 50s. Herschel Walker is a fucking fossil. He's a colored man. And they must vanish. We are not all the same. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. All right, that's it. Sunday. Back to black news, baby. That's what I do. That's why you tune in, right? You want to know what's happening. You want me to drink the Folgers because the Folgers is good. Keeps me on my Tolgers, the Folgers. And you want me to go up and down and find out and tell you what the fuck's going on? Well, here I go. All right, Black News. So you know the drill. What I do is I just type in 2 words, Black News, put it in Microsoft Bing or wherever, get me a little laydown, rundown, and summary of what the fuck's happening to us in this country, and it's delightful every fucking time. It fucking delivers. So let's see what we got going on today. Here we go. So this caught my eye. Here in Louisville, Kentucky, black militia leader Grand Master J found guilty on federal charges in Louisville. Wow. I don't know, the naming yourself Grandmaster J and then going into a black militia leader, I just think that might have been the conflict there, but I certainly wish him well. I hope that he is delivered out of that shit. I didn't even know that there was an issue with a guy named Grandmaster J as a black militia leader. I thought rapper, but let's continue. All right, Black News. Okay. My goodness, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, Viewpoint. Listen to this, folks. Listen to this shit. Viewpoint. For black women, comma, women of color, comma, mental health care should be a badge of honor. Wait now. Even if you're strong, friends and family members seem to have it all together, an internal storm could be brewing. What the fuck is you talking about? Don't confess any of your problems to any human being, no man. And the whole mantra of the world, their vibration is that taking care of your mental health, going somewhere and pouring out your problems to a stranger for money, as if he doesn't take notes and make sure you're not a danger to him or anyone else. I mean, just go to a priest and cut down on the hourly, or, I don't know, unplug from that which they suggest and pray to God Almighty, which is in the unseen realm. And you ain't got to pay him a dime. Wow, but they're saying mental health. I'm not saying don't find a shrink if you need one, just don't make it a thing. Especially for us, you just want to be in our business, that's all. I thought I'd go there. That's the Trina's topic. She'll take that. All right. In Georgia, 2 black candidates to compete for Senate seat. I see Warnock. You know, I watch his face, the wide-eyed, bushy-tailed individual trying to be all helpful and shit, all, you know, hopeful. You can see the hope in his wide eyes. You know, and the trip is, I don't understand how Reverend Warnock can be a reverend and a senator at the same time. How can Reverend Warnock talk about the kingdom of God and then serve the kingdom of man? Anybody got anything? I'm just a little curious. What do you think? You can just serve 2 people and you won't hate one and despise the other? I mean, what's going on here? I mean, what do? You pray for God's kingdom to come while you take the pay to work for the other side? I don't get that. And they pay well, $175 or $186,000 a year for the rest of his goddamn life. Now, when the Creator arrives and he's on the way, you got to understand what he's going to look at, Mr. Warnock. He's going to understand and surmise you claim to be on his team. But how can you be on the kingdom's team and work for the team of the world? And you're going to have to equal that, bro. I'm just saying. There's some hard questions coming your way there, Warnock, and you might want to make a decision. Let's see, Ma. I don't know. I'll stop. All right, let's continue, baby. An undue burden. What the struggles of black pro athletes show us about mental health in the work. Are you just telling me that being a black person amongst society, this society, is a strain and stress on the mental health of those who are black? By God, it is. You would think, with such attention to these types of topics, there would be some sort of thing done. But all they're doing is talking about it. Wow. An undue burden that is taken and not compensated. What the struggles of black professional athletes show us about mental health in the workplace. The fucking title, the headline. Everywhere you are black in America, there are problems. Wow. What is going on? I mean, you can't work in the Confederate Museum in Mississippi without hearing some kind of racial disparity going on. Yeah, that happened. Black woman working in the Confederate Museum, the Confederacy Museum or something. You know, one of his president's house or some shit, the Confederate president, claimed that she heard racial talk in that home and she's suing. I'm just saying, but now look, on the flip side, we had a white guy wearing a shirt saying "fuck the police," wearing it out in public somewhere. 7 cops come because he's expressing negrosity in open. They arrest him, and they take him to jail and he sued them. He won bunch of money. Isn't it amazing? You try that as a black man in that same community and see what the fuck happens to you. I just report the news. Don't get in my fucking face. All right, here we got two. Every time I talk about black news, they give me all black outfits that somebody's wearing. I don't give a fuck about that. When they talk about the Black Sea or something like that. I don't know. Complaints mount against Chicago's last black bank, quotations, it's like the Flintstones. What? Stop. Complaints mount against Chicago's last black bank. Then it says it's like the Flintstones. Are we doing that bad? Are we doing that fucking bad? That's right, get in the glide path, baby. See what else we can fuck up trying to be in line with that which is going away. Let's continue. Oh, police investigate swastika painted on Black Missouri church. Who does that? Who paints a swastika on a black church? And what is it that you're trying to say? Are you targeting that edifice? Or is it a mark that says there's danger afoot? Are you making your presence known? We know you're everywhere. You don't got to do that. How do you know that you're going on the road? I love when they take photos of me. Hey, thanks, guys. How do you know you're actually doing it in the right direction? I've often wondered about that, the swastika thing, because I see how it's drawn, and I don't know if you're supposed to be on the right or you're supposed to be on the left. Who the fuck knows? You look like an idiot, right? Right? But why? Why on a church? What do you understand how sinister that kind of action is against us specifically? Now, bounce this off the fact that one of them just killed 10 of us for nothing other than being who we are. Now we have, after another incident, someone acting out 2 days ago, a black swastika was painted on the outside wall of an historically black church in southwestern, of all places, Missouri. And police are investigating the vandalism as a hate crime. Now, you say that word. They're investigating the vandalism as a hate crime. But what they don't do is they don't really deconstruct that action into it meaning that they are searching for people, individuals, more likely those that look just like them, that have enough hatred in their heart and motivation to express it, that they would go buy cans of paint, I'm assuming black, and then use it to spray paint on a black church, which they had to have researched before choosing, and to do this thing, to send a message that says what to us. And I need you to understand that though done in Missouri, that is a message to all of us. That individual or individuals doing what they did, putting a swastika on an historically black church, isn't sending a message to those in southwestern Missouri. It's sending a message to Negroes everywhere. And I need you to pay attention to that message. That's a vital message for us to get, to absorb, to accept, to understand. Because it forebodes a danger. It is a foreboding expression of future events that does not bode well for us. And you need to get what the fuck I'm saying, what's on their minds. What is on their fucking minds? Whoever did that sees us every day. Whoever painted a swastika on the side of a black church in Missouri sees Negroes every day, smiles in their faces, says good morning, but holds within themselves this sentiment, this attitude that they can't seem to shake. And it terrifies them, the thought of us not hearing that message, not knowing that that is on his mind. It's a need to express it so that he knows we know. That's some dangerous people out there, man. That's danger. And that's just the beginning. Folks, I'm going to say it again. When they begin to attack our churches and our schools and our children and our elderly and our innocent, when they make it a practice to express this schadenfreude bullshit coursing through the veins of these fucked up beings that defy horrific imagination, when this happens and you're faced with it, how the fuck do you disassociate the fucks that are walking about you with the fucks that are actually doing the horrific shit they're doing to us? I don't understand it. If the roles were reversed, they wouldn't disassociate us from any of us that committed horrific crimes against them. We'd all be in a fishbowl of judgmental caucasity every day if we either had been a part of the January 6th riot or in any way, shape, or form brought harm to any of them with the express intent and motivation of being racist. Do you know what kind of hell Negroes would be in right now? But I drift. Let's move on. I didn't mean to get in there, but I waded in the water, and the water felt so good, and I was having a fucking ball. Leave me alone, damn it. All right. Let's do this. I don't know what else I got. Well, I don't know. I'm running out of shit. Reparations. Dear God, stop. My God. Just stop. I don't, take your money. Take it. Take the money. See what happens. Black votes count even if it results for black voters seems scarce. Wait. Granderson. Black votes count even if results for black voters seem scarce. Who do the black votes count for if that's the case? I don't get that. This guy just said this. Black votes count even if results for black voters seem scarce. So they want you to keep voting for all of the shit that you're not getting. Boy, I tell you. Y'all having fun yet? Because I know I am. All right. All right. Looks like I'm out of shit. All right. Well, look, folks, looks like I got to go. But I gave you a show yesterday. I gave you a show the day before. I'm clipping along with the shows. The news is not changing to any real degree, but, you know, Herschel Walker is really upsetting. I want somebody to come get their man. Tell me, is Hersh married? Does he have a chick that's going to stand by him beside this whole thing and let her just get embarrassed by his entire presence on the floor of the Senate if he wins? No, I just want to see what his wife looks like. I need to see what Herschel Walker's wife looks like. I need to see the look on her face when he's speaking. All right, I'm gone. All right, 104 in the afternoon. It's the Doug Rice Show, and I gotta go, you know. All right, y'all have a good day. I'm gonna go away. Hey, I'm just rhyming all day. I'll tell you. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow. You know, there was a, what was it? There was a, okay. Look, hey, listen, gather around. Thanks. Gather around, folks. I know you think because it's the fucking holiday. I don't mention no man-made bullshit. Don't look for it. Don't happy anything. I don't give a fuck. No Merry Christmas. No Happy New Year. No thing. Fuck that! Some of you might go to work tomorrow, too. Or something like that shit. We ain't from around here. Fuck you talking about? Merry what? Now tomorrow, it's the 30th. Whoa. Right? Some of y'all think I don't know what month it is. I don't give a fuck. I do. But here we go. Here we go, right? Another month down, bam. As they count the months. I mean, if I just forgot about Julius Caesar and Augustus, if I just forgot about those 2 months, there's no telling where we'd be, right? I mean, anyway. Tomorrow's Monday. It's a holiday. It's last day of the month. It's all these 3 things all at once. And you might have the opportunity to show your face in public. Now look, if you got to go out there, if you got to make your presence known, please keep in mind that there are forces out there that are against you moving about the countryside unfucking molested. The only way to prevent any unwanted interaction is how you maintain your bearing. That mentioned, I want to express the importance of not walking around looking like a fucking dullard. Don't walk around the country, the place that has gotten you here, enslaved you, abused you, murdered, marginalized, mitigated, and continues to do all that it wants to do to make sure you don't exist. Don't walk about the countryside smiling. First, there's nothing to smile about. No. I mean, could you smile? Sure. Of course you could! They want you to smile. They need that smile. All I'm saying is that smile is yours. It belongs to you. It's not to be given freely. It's valuable energy. They pay for that through the nose. And since you, as a Negro, a Hebrew, are part of a group of individuals, the only individuals that are here not of your own volition, the only individuals here brought here in chains, the only individuals that walk here captives. All I'm imploring you to do, if you got to show your face under these circumstances that I read to you every fucking day, if you have to show your face, just do me a favor. Get that goddamn grin off your faces! Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful Sunday.